Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody is on. Sorry for the delay there. Had a few technical difficulties, and I think we should be live now. So everybody should be hopping on. And again, welcome to another awesome edition of Tactical Tuesday. I'm Stephen Rachel, and I'm going to be giving you guys some good information tonight. So it's definitely going to be pretty informative. I'm probably going to open up a few eyes in terms of how to really start engaging with more people through creating engaging content. So I've got a few things I'm going to do here, and again, apologize for the delay there. Had a couple things. If you see my computer, I've got like a ton of windows open, but I think we got it all squared away. So Adam, we should be all good now. And let me pull up some other information here just really quick, and we'll go ahead and get this thing going today. So hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday so far. I'm excited about just what's been happening over the past several months, being a part of eNagic, and how my wife Lanacy and I have really been able to really do some amazing things with this company, and really have some major success. And we've been helping a lot of other people do the same thing. But of course, we're all just beginning. So how can if you're new, or maybe you've been in for a while, what's some different ways that you can really start speeding that success up a lot, making it go a little bit faster than what maybe you're currently experiencing. Now, personally, myself, I probably do a lot more online than I do offline. I've definitely sold some machines to some people offline as well, people that that I know, people that I'm affiliated with. But I think today's call is going to be focused more on how can you create more content to get better engagement and more interest to whatever it is that to what we're trying to do in regards of eNagic is one, inform more people about Kangen Water, and also about the incredible machines that we have to offer. So how can we get people interested in more of what we're doing? And I think mostly, I think it's all about creating curiosity. I know I don't really just market the machines themselves. I don't really just post information about specifics. Sometimes I do. It just all depends on what my goal is for that particular advertisement that I'm actually creating. But my main goal is to create curiosity. I want to put stuff up that's going to make people say, "Hey, what is that? What are you doing? How does that work?" And so what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to give you guys some insight on some things that you can do in regards of getting more attention on the content that you're creating. So I'm going to pull up a few slides here, and we're going to go through this information really quick, and hopefully by the end of this webinar, you'll have a little bit more insight on really what you really need to do in regards of increasing or creating more engaging content, and even how to actually do that, and why it's so important in today's marketplace in terms of marketing. So what I'm going to do here, just give me a quick second here, and I'm going to check a few things here. Just 1 second. Let me see if this works. Yeah, I think it's going to work just fine. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change screens here, and then we're going to go through some information really fast here. Okay. All right. So let me change my screen. And let's see, here we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys are looking at this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that. So hopefully you guys can see that. And so what we're going to do now, if let's see here, we're just checking a few things here, just make sure everybody can see it. So right now, guys, content marketing is the new currency. Really what that means is it's not so much of just what we promote within eNagic. We got some incredible products. We got, we have the water, we have everything. I mean, this is really, in my opinion, is really like the perfect business. So how can you get that out more, and how can you set yourself apart from everybody else? So, marketing is always evolving, and the way things are today is it's more about connecting with people. And I think we have to evolve the way things are when it comes to marketing, especially on the internet. So we got to find different ways on how we can really connect with people more effectively, and really get the results that we're attempting to get in our business. So social media plays a huge role in marketing on online and beyond. So, social media plays a huge part in marketing online today and beyond. But the problem is this right here, guys. Most people are just pitching on social media. It's pretty much what I've seen even within Enagic, and even in a lot of other different businesses. When you go like to Facebook and you go to a lot of different other type of media applications out there, most people are just pitching their product, their service. Most of them are really just spamming. That's typically what I really see most people doing, is that right there. All right. So, but what we got to do, guys, we got to change it, because it's all just noise. Even what we have, our product that we have is so valuable. We really don't have to pitch it. We really just want to start conversations. We really want to just share what we have. And I'm going to give you a few ways on how you can actually do that. Let's see here. Let me change my screen here. All right. So how can you stand out from the crowd, right? So how can you stand out? Well, there's a lot of different ways on how you can actually do that. Here's a solution. It's all about developing relationships. We have social media. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we've got Snapchat, we've got all these outlets to where we're in front of, really nowadays, billions of people. I mean, if you're sitting in front of your computer right now, or watching this training on your phone, you can actually reach millions, if not billions of people. And I think the problem a lot of times, since we kind of know that, we think, hey, let me just get my information out and people will buy. And unfortunately, a lot of times we think that, but it doesn't really pan out. So what it's all about today, the state of the internet, it's all about developing relationships with people. So it's not about just selling a lot of people and pitching a lot of people. It's all about, how many relationships can I develop today? How many people can I meet, get to know them, them get to know me, know more about what I'm about. I can know more about what they're about. And maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle. Maybe I might have something that, that they might be interested in. If we get to know each other and build a rapport first, okay? It's all about solving problems. We got to solve people's problems, okay? And that's definitely what we have with the Enagic opportunity, is we can definitely solve a lot of problems. But again, it's all about, you got to get to know those individuals first. And of course, we really got to get really good at telling stories. I know when we first got into Enagic earlier this year, one of the first things that caught my attention was, after watching the information and watching the videos and really just getting excited, I got really excited because I said, you know what? We'll be able to tell a lot of stories around this opportunity, around this product. We'll be able to tell a lot of stories. We'll be able to share other people's stories because it's been around for like forever, right? And so it's nothing new. It's been around. So we just got to tell stories because people love stories. So if you can tell stories around the water, around the machines, around the opportunity, you're going to get much more success a lot faster, because that's what people are engaged with when it comes to the internet. A lot of times, let me come back. What I see a lot of people, it's definitely all about connecting with people. Because I know when you look at social media, When you think, let's take Facebook for example. People are on Facebook mainly to connect with other people. They're on there to share content, share, videos, share different things that are of interest, and also to entertain. Okay. I don't think nobody really goes on. I don't do this. I mean, I'm sure everybody that's watching doesn't do this either. Do you go on Facebook to look at ads? No, I don't think nobody does. And there are ways to create ads that will stop people from, looking over your content, of course. But I don't think anybody really goes on Facebook just to look at ads. So, but what they do, they go there to connect, right? They go there to share stories, and they go there to be entertained. Okay. So what we have to do is become very good at those things. And I think one of the biggest things is really telling stories. So I just wanted to come back and just kind of elaborate on that, because it's such a huge part of what this thing in terms of marketing is all about today. So let me come back here really quick. All right. So, so it's all about telling stories. And so content marketing, the new way to win online. It's really what it is. Okay. It's the new way to really win when you're marketing something online. Okay. Now, what is content marketing? Well, media that you create to share your story on the internet. Okay. Now, there's all kinds of forms of media, right? You've got written words, people that have blogs, when you do a status update on Facebook or what have you. There's all kinds of ways where you can share text, to share an idea, a product, a service, an opportunity. So you've got that, right? We've got photos. We all should be taking photos of what we're doing. We should be talking about the opportunity in regards of your experiences. So if you've gotten your machine today, or you just joined this week or recently, talk about that experience. Talk about why you're so excited about being a part of it, instead of just saying, hey guys, look at this, look what it does, here's the link, buy it. You don't want to do that, because that's not really engaging anyone. That's not really connecting with anyone. Even when it comes to photos, you want to do the same thing. If you've just gotten your machine today, or if it's on its way, take a picture of you getting it from the UPS guy or FedEx guy or whoever, right? Take a picture of you opening it up. Take a picture of you drinking water. Take a picture of, or a photo of all of your experiences, or at least a lot of them. Experiences that you think would be interesting online. Remember, I know when I create content, it's not per se that I'm just trying to sell you right out like, hey, here's my product, this is what it does, buy. I'm not really trying to come at that angle. I'm trying to show people what I'm doing. I want to make them like, what is Steve doing? What is that? I've been hearing some stuff about that. I want them to be more curious and want to find out more about it. And I'm going to do that in written words. I'm going to do that in photos. I'm going to definitely do it in videos. Definitely. One of my favorite, if not the favorite for me and my wife, is videos. Why? Because I can't think of any other media form that can really connect, engage, and really connect with a total stranger, other than maybe meeting them face to face and shaking their hand. I can't think of any other form of media that can really outweigh that in terms of shaking someone's hand and looking them eyeball to eyeball. I can't think of any other way that really does that, to where they can see me talk, they can see my mannerisms, they can get a chance to know me more. How many times have I talked on the phone with somebody and they said, hey, I feel like I already know you? How many times have I talked on the phone with someone that's seen some of our videos related to Enagic, and they said, hey, I'm excited, man. I feel like I already know you, because you had some pretty cool, content out there on YouTube about what you're doing with Enagic. Guys, that's what it's about. And it's about creating content. And of course, you even have audios. There's all kinds of ways on how you can create media to connect and bridge that gap between you and a total stranger, because it's all about creating that know, like, and trust. That's really what it's about. You got to get people to, one, know you. Then, of course, you got to get them to like you. And of course, you definitely got to get them to trust you. I don't buy anything from anybody that I don't trust. And I'm sure everybody watching this video, I know for a fact you don't buy anything from anybody that you don't trust. Okay, so content marketing provides value, and we've got a very valuable product, guys. Man, I mean, talk about value. The value that we have here is off the charts. I mean, when I saw it, I was just totally impressed with what we have here. It's the reason why we got in. It's the reason why we got multiple machines here in our home now, is because of the extreme amount of value that Enagic gives really us all in regards to the products that we purchase from them. So it's really, really incredible. So why content marketing? Well, again, like I said before, it creates know, like, and trust. It engages prospects more effectively. Okay. Leads come to you versus you chasing leads. Here's the thing, guys. When we first got into Enagic, of course, we went through our warm market, you know, people, family, friends, and everything, right? We all have to do that and share information. And we shared the water, and we had people come over to our home, and they experienced it themselves, you know, here locally, here in Vegas, and it was amazing. But I already knew coming into Enagic is that I got to create content. Why? Is because if we create content and create some interesting stories, we'll get a lot of people contacting us just from the content that we create. Where are we putting our content? We have content on Facebook, got content on YouTube, and there's all kinds of different types of content that you can actually provide. And I'm gonna share some of that with you here in a moment. It differentiates you from the rest. You know, one thing that I've always learned from one of my mentors told me that your biggest competitor are going to be the other people that are in business with you. Because there's obviously more than just one Enagic rep, you know, obviously, right? So how can you separate yourself from the rest of everybody else that's doing the exact same thing that you're doing? And how can you become that authority figure that people are looking for? How can you become that person that, you know, that is being searched for? Like right now, as we're going through this training, at this very moment, someone is online looking at the Enagic opportunity, the machines, and the opportunity, the comp plan, and, you know, more about the water and more testimonial videos. They're just doing a lot of research, but you know what? They're looking for you. But if you don't have content out there about, you know, your experiences within Enagic, how can they find you? It can be in a video form. It can be updates on Facebook. How can they really find you if you don't have content out there? Because that content differentiates you from everybody else, because there's only one you. It's only one. So if you put yourself out there in front and promote yourself, promote your expertise, promote your experiences, promote your why you join this opportunity, it can really make a major impact in your business, okay? And it builds an audience. So as you create more and more content, guys, it's going to give you the ability to build an audience. And it also helps to build your brand. One thing I liked about the Power Life Pro system, I know when Adam and them, I can't remember exactly when they changed this. I think it was maybe about a couple of months ago, I think, where it gives you the ability to put your own videos on a lot of those capture pages that we have in the back office of the system. So if you haven't seen that, just log into your PLP system and go under links, and you'll see the different videos there, right? But if you look right below the video, you'll see where you can actually add your own video. Because remember, it's all about branding you. It's all about you connecting with those individuals that will want to be connected with you, right? That's what content marketing does. And now we even have that even more with the PLP system. So now you can even brand yourself. So a lot of us call it attraction marketing when you're marketing out there or doing certain strategies and it brings people to you. It attracts people to you. Because one thing that you don't want to always be, you don't want to always be the hunter. Eventually, you want to become the hunted. And the way that you can do that is by creating content. Videos, audio, status updates, social media, all that. You want to blanket the web with you, with your experiences, with what matters most to you. That's what it's about. Okay. Now, you got to become a media company. Now, I know some of you are looking at this and like, man, this dude's got a ton of cameras. You know, I know I've got a reputation in the game of always carrying my cameras around with me when we're like at major events. I get it, but I hate missing the moments. So it's just that's just the filmmaker in me, I guess you can say. I don't want to miss that moment. And now, am I saying that you got to go out and get all this stuff? Tripods and selfie sticks and camera for this and a camera for that and this, that, and the other. No. If you notice, there's an arrow pointing at a little device in my hand. It's my mobile phone. I take a lot of video that a lot of people have seen that I have on YouTube that they thought was shot with some big, gigantic, expensive camera, but it was just shot with my mobile phone, right? So the best camera is the one that you already have, and that's your mobile phone. Start there, taking pictures. And I always say it's not always about video, but it is. And the reason why I say it's not always about video, because you can always start just taking pictures, of you drinking some water. You can always take pictures of you opening up your brand new K8 machine you just got in today. You could take a couple pictures of you hooking it up, and you can do all kinds of stuff, right? But eventually, to step your game up, to reach more people, to become more effective, you definitely want to start doing videos as well, so people can get to know you even more. Okay, that makes sense? So 10 ways to create content. There's all kinds of ways to create content, guys, and we got some incredible marketers on the PLP team here. And man, I mean, a lot of those guys are my mentors, people that I've learned from, people that I look up to, people that I'm constantly, on their page, looking at some of their, things that they're saying, some of the things that they're posting, because these guys know how to create some content, man. And guys, you know what? I look at that and I say, you know what? I'm gonna do some of those things as well. So there's all kinds of ways, definitely more than 10 ways for sure. But here are just some of the 10 ways that I think that can really help someone new getting started in terms of creating great content. It's not going to be great in the beginning, but if you do it more often and consistently, it will become great. But I say any kind of content is better than no content out there. And because that's the name of the game. Remember, that's the new currency. So number one, adding creative images. Let's see, I've got a few here. This is one that I did with my mobile phone. I was out late I was up. I'm always up late. And again, guys, this is a generic presentation here, but this is really what I do mostly. I'm trying to create curiosity of, and get people to want to know more about what it is that I'm doing, because I get better engagement, and you'll get better engagement. So I was up late one night and said, you know what? And I saw a picture online and whatever, and I thought it was a good idea. I said, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I walked outside, took a picture of it. There's me in my office, which is where I'm at exactly right now. And then I came back and used PowerPoint and actually put a little yellow arrow, wrote entrepreneur, me at 1:41 a.m. I was up to about, 2:30, almost 3 o'clock that night, something like that. So it was just interesting. Okay. That's another example. Here's another example. This is actually when we first made the decision to join eNagic. I think when all the paperwork was all done and everything was all, said and done, Me and my wife, we went out to eat, and I just said, just sealed the deal on something huge. Okay. Took a picture, there's a glass of wine. And I think we were at Olive Garden, I believe, just right around the corner from the home. Took a picture with the mobile phone, didn't use no fancy camera, right? With that one, just my regular mobile phone. But I use Pixlr.com. It's a really cool website that you can use. It's free. Go there, you can put all kinds of cool little filters and you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. It's really, really, really cool. If we had more time, I might get a chance to show you that here in a moment. But really, really cool. Simple. Okay. Created Curiosity. That was the name of the game when I did that particular post there. Let's see what else I got here. This one was just doing a quote. The best product you have that nobody else has is you. Okay. Shared some thoughts about that. I have a bigger camera. It's a DSLR camera. So not saying that you got to get that, but people ask me all the time, what did you shoot that picture with? What did you shoot that video with, or whatever? So I'm just sharing. I just use my Canon 70D. Could I have used my phone? Absolutely. Could I use my tablet? Absolutely. Could I use my little point and shoot camera? Absolutely. It doesn't matter the camera. What matters is the content and the context of that particular photo. And of course, I use Pixlr, put a little filter over it, and put a little signature thing. And then, of course, I use PowerPoint, I think, to put the letters and stuff over the picture after I had added the filters and stuff. And you can do a lot of that stuff with a lot of different applications, guys. There's a million different websites that you can go and put filters on pictures. There's a million different applications and all kinds of stuff that you can put text on video. And there's a million different types of devices you can take pictures with. So it doesn't really matter which one, just create the content. That makes sense? So don't get caught up so much with having to have this and gotta have that. And the cool thing is that there's so much content. There's this little tool that you can find a lot of cool websites and stuff. It's called Google. You go there and say, hey, what's some cool editing softwares I can use for pictures? Photo edit software. And then you'll get who knows how many different types of websites and resources to help you do a lot of cool things. So keep it simple, guys. We don't have to get so complicated, but just keep it real simple in the beginning. And the one thing about your content, the more you create, the more creative you're going to come just because. If you're creating content on the regular, you're going to actually become more creative. Okay. Using quotes. Sometimes I use a lot of different quotes. This was a quote from John Maxwell. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, right? That was by John Maxwell. And then what I like to do is I like to put like I like to break it up between John Maxwell's quote or whoever quote that I'm actually quoting. Put a little break there, and then I give my thoughts about it. And that was just shot with my Canon 70D. Could it have been done with my phone? Absolutely. Could it have been done with my tablet or whatever? Yes. Doesn't matter what it was shot with. What matters is, what was in the image and then your thoughts about that image as well. So these are just different things to get more engagement from people following you on Facebook, and to where you're not always just pitching, hey, buy my stuff here, check this out and buy this. We want to kind of mix it up a little bit, right? So here's another quote here. Let's see what I say. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Jim Rohn, we all know that guy, right? And then I gave my thoughts about that particular quote. And I always like to give that. Anytime I quote someone like a thought leader, I always like to give my thought about that particular quote. Just gives it more engagement. I think it just gives it more weight, and people get a chance to know more about what you're about. And I did this picture here. Got the quote from Google. That's what I meant on the last slide. Google. I just got it. Just Google Jim Rohn quotes or inspirational quotes, and that's what came up. I got a GoPro sitting on my car dashboard, and a lot of times I take stills out of my videos. So if you got a lot of videos and you're like, man, I don't have that many still pictures, well, go to those videos, and let's say you got a video that's 5 minutes long, but there's a certain section where you're positioned just right, and that would make a really good image. Just pause it and then do a screenshot of it, and then now you got an image right out of that video. And that's all that I did, because this was a video, and I just took a still shot out of the video. And then I used Pixlr and put a little, I guess you could, a little filter over it, and it came out really well. Adding videos is really good. That's my favorite. Of course, you got Facebook Live. You know, we all should at least be doing a Facebook Live, guys. So what a way to really connect with people. What a way to really get your thought across clearly and precisely, right? You know, so you definitely want to start doing Facebook Lives. And plus, cool Facebook Lives, I think, are really cool for if you're new, you haven't done any videos or anything. I think Facebook Live is probably the best for you to just get started. Why? Because you can get used to getting in front of the camera, and you don't have to worry about any editing. You don't have to worry about taking the video and then, you know, getting it to your computer and then uploading it into your editing software and then editing and all that. You know, all that stuff is fine, and people do it every day. I do it every day. But I recognize that a lot of times we're really, really new, and we just kind of get overwhelmed with everything that's going on. We got to learn this. We got to learn capture pages. We got to do this. We got the PLP system. We got Enagic systems. We got all these different machines, and then you're like, it's so much. Well, here's the thing, guys. Keep it simple. You want to start making videos? Just start doing live video. Facebook Live, Periscope. YouTube, they got some things going on. There's a lot of different types of apps that do that, guys. So take advantage of it. All right, so that's one. Reality type videos, demonstration videos, testimonial videos. There's all kinds of videos that you can make. As you can see, this is more of a reality-based type of video. This was a video of me and my wife taking a trip to the LA regional office, Enagic regional office there to pick up a bonus check when we first hit 6A. So what I did, again, off the cuff, no special lighting, no special crew, just me walking through the Las Vegas airport with casino, with slot machines, and me just giving my thoughts, right? So there's me and my wife were walking. All I did is just put the camera down and just and came and actually did a shot of us just walking, you know, and again, I'm just creating content. I'm trying to keep it interesting. And there's the plane that we flew in. I took a shot. I knew it was coming, and so I took the shot of it. Of course, it wasn't moving that fast. And later, and when I edited, I kind of sped it up. Now, I'm not saying you got to do all that fancy stuff, but I will say this. You just want to document. Don't worry so much about the fancy stuff. Just create and document your experiences. That's what's going to create your content. It could be a demonstration video of how one of the machines work. It could be a testimonial video of how well the water's been working for you. It could be whatever, right? So just keep that in mind. Training videos, motivational videos. There's all kinds of different types of videos that you can make in regards of content. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys. There's all kinds of videos and that you can create. I'm sure we'll do another training where we'll show you how to do some specific things in regards to video and pictures and stuff and things of that nature. But just kind of keep that stuff in mind, guys. That's what it's all about. So let's see, adding videos. I use webinars. There's a thing there. That's not a link to anything. That's just the company link. Webinars are really great. This is a webinar. This is a Hangouts on air, right? Doing interviews is really good too, guys. Had to kind of speed this up a little bit, but doing interviews is really good as well. So if you're doing interviews, I know when we were at the Las Vegas conference, I know we got a chance to kind of interview some people. Some of you guys are probably watching this, but we got a chance to really interview a lot of cool people, and it just kind of gives us more content that we can use for other things. And it really did make a huge difference in what we were trying to do, and it just gave us content because if you see a 6A, or there was a lot of people that were like 6A 2-25 or whatever, right? It was like a lot of top people in Enagic, right, that were there at the conference. So if you have, and a lot of you guys have like local meetings. So if you're going to your local meeting and there's some leaders there every week on a consistent basis, I'm sure that if you pull them aside, they wouldn't have a problem with them giving you some insight on their experiences there, their success with Enagic, and you can take that video and you can use that like on your blog. You can post it up on your Facebook page. It just also gives you credibility, because if this person is, a success story within Enagic and people see you next to this individual, it really helps to give you credibility as well. And it really goes a long way when you're really trying to build your business. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. Let me kind of move up here a little bit. All right, let's see here. Let me kind of come back here. So interviews work really well. So let me change up here, and let me go back. And another thing that you can start doing, and I've got some buddies of mine that do this a lot. They do podcasts, and I think that's a good place to start too as well. If you're like new to marketing and you're a little shy and you don't want to get on camera, you don't want to really take pictures. I get it. Everybody's in a different spot, right? Everybody moves at a different speed, and I recognize that now. So, a lot of times you just want to, you want to meet where people are at. You definitely want to provide them the tools, resource, strategies, things that they can actually do. Now, again, I'm coming from a more of an online aspect. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that you can do offline that work as well. So, but I'm just keeping this more on the internet. And again, these aren't the only strategies. These are just a few things that I thought that would be key for this training webinar, and another webinar that I hosted a little over a week ago as well. But podcasts are really good. Gives you the ability to, to really record your voice and record your insight on a lot of different things. Those work really well. Of course, you can copy other resources. I know, and when I mean copy, I mean in terms of creating content. There's a lot of leaders who I follow, a lot of leaders who I'm connected with, a lot of leaders who I really look up to, that I call mentors, and just a lot of colleagues as well. And I look at what a lot of those people do on a consistent basis, and I get a lot of inspiration because Robert did that video and he talked about this. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video similar to that, and I'm gonna kind of talk about the same topic, but I'm gonna give it my own spiel. I'm gonna give it my own spin. I'm gonna let people know what I think about that particular topic from my perspective, and really give people an opportunity to see who I am. So that's what I mean by copy. I don't mean like literally go out and just copy somebody. I mean, look at what they're doing and then take that concept, whatever that concept is, whether it's a video, an audio, a picture or whatever, and say, you know what, I'm gonna take that concept and I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna make it my own, right? That's what I mean by that. And I get a lot of inspiration from other people. I get a lot of inspiration from television, or, things you see on, Netflix and commercials and at the movies and all that. I'm always looking when I'm driving down the highway and I see different types of signs, and I see when I'm in the checkout line, when I'm in the checkout line at Walmart, how you got the magazines right there on the side, the health wellness magazines and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm looking at the titles and how they set everything up, because I'm like, man, I've had so many ideas I've actually bought magazines that I really don't read just to get the titles, just to get the way they're flowing with their advertising. Straight up. I don't even read the magazine. I'm just looking at the headlines. I'm looking at how they set things up, because it gives me ideas for content. That's what I'm doing pretty much 24/7, especially every time I leave the home. I'm doing it unconsciously. If I see something, oh man, that's pretty cool. Man, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do something like that. I say that all the time. And in my phone, I got like a little app. I do a little record. Like if I see something, because if I don't write it down or record it or take a picture of it, I'm going to forget it, because I get so many ideas, and I take my phone and I take a picture of it, or I record it. If it's something that, something I need to record in audio, and I just record that idea. And then when I come back home, the next morning or, the next day, and I'm doing some work and I'm looking for ideas, I just go to my little app, pull it up, and the next thing you know, I've got a lot of ideas for content that I can create for the next who knows how much time, right? Another day, another week, or whatever. So take advantage of that tip, guys, and create content often, right? You definitely want to create content as much as possible. How often? At least every day, minimum. How much content? Well, the experts say roughly around 4 to 7 or more pieces of content every single day. Now, I know a lot of us are new and we're new to this whole marketing online thing, right? We've never done it before. It looks overwhelming, looks like a lot of work, and it is, but you can do it. But I always say, start where you're at. If you're like, well, hey, Steve, I can do at least one piece every day. Great. Do one piece every day and hold yourself accountable for it. The more pieces of content that you create, the better you're going to get at it. If you're doing just one piece of content every other week, it's going to take you a long time to really get good at it. I'm just going to keep it real, guys. It's going to take you a long time to really start crushing it because you're not doing it enough. And it's hurting you in your business. You got to do that stuff every single day without fail. And again, it doesn't mean that you got to come up with everything. I just showed you a few examples. I pick quotes from other people, write the quote down, then I just give my thoughts about the quote, throw a picture up there or a video, done for the day. How many quotes are there on the internet? Millions? Billions? Who knows? I don't know. How many motivational quotes are there? How many motivational people could you quote that can inspire somebody else, that can get them to start following you because you're giving value as well, and things are moving a lot faster because of what you're doing and people are really engaging with you. So do it often, guys. Engage on social media. You know, guys, one of the things that you definitely gotta, let me come back really quick. One thing that you really gotta understand when it comes to social media, a lot of times I've had conversations with people and they said, Steve, hey, I've been, man, I don't know what's going on, dude, but I've been making content every day, but nobody's really engaging. I'm not really getting a lot of engagement on my post, on my content. And I said, well, okay, that's interesting. I might take a look at some of their content or whatever. And then I asked them, are you engaging with everybody else? Are you going on, on your news feed and liking and commenting and sharing your thoughts from other people's content as well? I mean, are you liking their posts? Are you commenting on their posts? Are you sharing their posts? And he said, no, I really don't have a lot of time to do that. I've just been doing my own thing. I said, well, that's the reason, because you're not connecting with them. So why should they connect with you? So you got to do both of it, right? And I know for me, I'll take time, pretty much daily. Not every day. I can't say that because every day I am going through and I am liking, commenting people's stuff in my news feed on my phone for sure. But then I do take specific times where that's all I'm going to do for the next 2 hours or whatever. I'm not saying you got to do it 2 hours, or it could be 15 minutes. It could be whatever works for you. But there are times where I'll take a few hours and that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else other than going through my news feed. Oh, that's cool. Posting. I'll comment on it. Post. I'll go through. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let me share that. I'll share that. Yeah, I'll go through. And you know how many people that I connect with that way, just in that little 2 hour span, just by going through and liking and commenting, posting. Then what happens, because of that, Facebook's algorithm see that you're social with people as well. They call it social media. You got to be social to really get the love back that you want people to give your content. Does that make sense? So it goes both ways, guys. Don't forget that. A lot of people miss that piece. So don't miss that, right? Let me see here. Let me come back here, guys. So I just wanted to come back, just kind of break it up a little bit, so you're not just always looking at a presentation there. All right, so let me come back. Again, engage on social media, distribute your content. A lot of people forget this piece right here. Whatever you create, guys, make sure you distribute it. Put it on social media. get it, promote your content. I tell people all the time, I really don't promote per se links to, like, we're in Enagic, right? And, we have the POP system, right? Awesome system, great content on there, great information. But what I typically promote first is my content. What do you mean? Well, I'll promote a YouTube video, a video that I made. I put it on YouTube or I put it on Facebook or whatever, and I'll promote that video of me sharing whatever, talking about whatever, doing whatever, something that's entertaining, right? Maybe a little bit entertaining, maybe a little bit interesting. And it's not me just pitching, because remember, why are people on social media? Why are people on Facebook? To connect, right? To be entertained and to share content, right? So I kind of want to stay in that narrative most of the time, right? Probably 99% of the time, right? There are times where you want to post just specific information about whatever you're promoting, or about whatever, whether it's about the machine or whether it's about the water. There's room for that. But most of your posts should be more about really engaging the people. But when you create that content, make sure that you distribute it. Because in my content, in my video, in my whatever, I'm going to tell them where to go in the video. So, and I have a rule that I follow. I really don't want you to see my opportunity. I really don't want you to see information about the machines just yet. I don't want you to really know everything about the water just yet. Not yet. Not just yet, though. Until you see me first. Hope everybody caught that. You got to see me first, because I got to connect with you first. I got to hopefully, I'm starting to create some kind of relationship with you because you're watching a piece of my content. Then, once I have your attention, then I can share that information with you. And I'll tell you in the video where to go. That makes sense? That's how we market, right? And then number 10, most importantly, probably the most important part of those 10 ways to create great content, you just got to start now. You got to start doing it. You can't wait until it's perfect. You can't wait until you understand the comp plan. You can't wait until you figure out all the plates that go on each machine, so if someone asks you the question, you'll know the answer. You can't wait for that. You just got to make it happen. The biggest types of content that I love is when I can watch people's content that shows them in the beginning, when they didn't have a lot of success, when they didn't know a lot about whatever, but they were just excited and fired up. And then they had other pieces of content where it shows their progression. Oh man, talk about a marketing tool, a marketing formula that you can eat off of for years to come. Because people love to see where people began and where they end up. So you got to start now. Don't worry. Well, see, if I don't have an expensive camera, use your phone. Now, if you got a flip phone, now we might have to have another conversation. Get you a smartphone, okay? So if you got a flip phone and don't have a lot of camera features and all that stuff, go get you a smartphone. There's all kinds of ways. I mean, now phones are like a dime a dozen. You can get them at Walmart through the checkout line. Smartphone. You can go to Walgreens, CVS Drug, and get you a high-end smartphone that has a decent camera on it where you can take videos. So start somewhere. Don't just, well, I can't, whatever, things aren't, gonna work for me. So you definitely want to do that. So real quick, guys, so start now. I want to show you guys real quick here is take a screenshot of these resources here. Give me a quick second. These are some really cool resources here that you can use for creating content. Keepbid.com. If you want to take your phone out now and take a picture of it or whatever, I'll leave it up just for a few more moments. These are good video resources here. You've got Keepbid, lets you download YouTube videos. Magisto, it's a really cool program there. You got IntroChamp, makes really cool intros. Final Cut It's really typically what I use because I have a Mac. So if you wonder what I edit a lot of my videos on, I edit those videos mostly, probably 99.5% of the time on Final Cut, sometimes with my mobile phone. iMovie is another one for Mac, and then it's more for beginners. And then if you have a Windows computer, Windows Movie Maker, which is free. So if you have a Windows computer, most of us do. That's a free application. It comes right on your computer. If you don't have it, you can download it for free as well from Microsoft.com. So take a picture of those. Those are some really good video resources that I use in regards to creating content. Just some cool little tricks and things that could kind of help you make some really cool stuff. So check that stuff out when you get a chance to. And then, of course, for images, take a picture of this as well. These are some images in terms of filters, in terms of all kind of cool things. Photor.com is an image editor. Canva, of course, pretty much everybody's heard of Canva. It's an image editor. They've made some really major cool updates over the past year. Really cool stuff there. Photofunia, check that out. It's really cool image mock-up effects. Then Pexels, if you need some free pictures and videos that you can use like in some of your marketing presentations, et cetera, et cetera. Really cool stuff there. Unsplash.com, free stock photos, and of course Envato, basically everything. I mean, if you need audios, if you need video templates, if you need website templates, if you really need anything regarding media, they have that there. Of course, from a nominal fee for a lot of those different pieces of types of media that they create. But overall, guys, those are some really cool options. Hope everybody took a picture of that. Let me come back here and let's see. Let me come back up. So we're coming up on the top of the hour. So guys, really appreciate you guys hanging out. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I have the ability to see any other information or whatever. But thanks again, guys, for checking out all the information. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will leave you with this is I challenge everybody just to, if you haven't done it, I know a lot of you guys are, because we got some heavy hitters here. So I'm not talking to you guys because you guys already know what to do. But for a lot of the new people, that if you're new and you haven't really created a lot of content, you're kind of new to this whole in terms of the online aspect of it, continue to do what you're currently doing with your offline strategy, sharing the water, guys. That stuff works. Just share the water with a lot of your peers. It definitely creates some very interesting conversations, and a lot of those people will be interested. Trust me, because just the testimony there. But you still want to have room for creating new skills, and one of the easiest ways to start creating some better online skills is creating content. That's it. And again, that's just one aspect of it. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different lanes, a lot of different topics that we can go over in the training webinar. Trust me, we'll be here for another 6 months straight. But the best thing to do is, in terms of starting, if you are new, just start creating content. Share a video, do a post with an image. For example, here's a good example. It'd be interesting to share your thoughts about why you joined eNagic and why you're so excited about what it is that we do here. And people would love to hear that. I mean, don't make a real long essay, but I would write that out in a Facebook status update, and then put a picture of you maybe drinking some water or getting water from the little spout. Just something interesting. Okay. Nothing really, but simple but interesting. The most highly engaged type of images are, remember this, you might want to write this down. Some of the highest engaged type of photos on the internet are images of people actually doing something. So if you shared why you joined eNagic and then you have a picture of you getting water out of the actual, machine, that's interesting because it shows an action. It's not a video, but it shows you actually in the action of doing something. So I would definitely do something like that. That's one example. So that's definitely for those that say, I don't want to make a video just yet or whatever. Hey, try that, but remember, it's not about one post. You got to create content every day. I've had numerous conversations with people that said, well, hey, I don't know if it's working or not because, I did a post and I'm still not getting a lot of engagement. I said, well, when did you do the post? Oh, 3 weeks ago. This is literally a true story, guys. Literally a true story. So from almost, it was almost 3 weeks, like 2.5 weeks or something like that. And he did a post, but he didn't do anything else for 2.5 weeks but that one post. And then he was wondering why nobody's connecting with it, because that post is like way old now. So the importance, the weight of that post is like way down now. So you gotta do that stuff every day. You can even do a video of the same. Talk about why you joined. You can do a video of unboxing. I know Lanacy and I, one of the first things that we did an unboxing video. We did a video of us drinking the water. We did a video of us. We did some webinars. We did a lot of those things that I shared with you guys tonight. We did a lot of those things, guys, and so just share your experiences. Don't a lot of times I try to tell people, it's not so much, especially when you're new, of trying to come up with some creative, ninja trick type of, whatever. No, just document your experiences. Getting your machine in the mail, that's an experience. That's interesting. You held up a box and, hey, it came today, and put that in the top of the deal. I'd be like, what came? I try to figure out more about what it is that just came in the mail today. Does that make sense? Unboxing, putting it together, sharing your thoughts after drinking the water after a month. For a lot of people, they have really good results from drinking the water. They feel better. They sleep better. They look better. Give your testimonial. Hey, I've been drinking this water for the past 2 weeks. Man, let me tell you, I haven't been able to sleep for years, and here lately I've been sleeping like a baby. I mean, just tell those stories, guys, and because that's what really makes the difference. We got an incredible product, an incredible opportunity. We should have stories out the wazoo that we can share with the world and really get them to see what it is that we do and how it can affect them just like it's affected our lives. So that's some homework I want to give everybody. So I would say, if you're online right now, share your story. Just share it. You know how many times I'm at my desk, right? You know how many times I've actually just took my phone and then just took a picture, or did something wild, or just said, hey, I just wanted to share what I was doing. Guys, I'm telling you, these things can make you a lot of money if you use them correctly. Take advantage of it, guys. Content is king. Content is the new currency. I'm telling you, that's going to make the difference. That's what made the difference for us. That's what helped us go 6A Any Magic, was because we created content. People were calling us because of the content. That's what made the difference, guys. So with that said, guys, I can go all night because I love this stuff. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you got something from it. And again, apologize for the delay there. Had a few technical difficulties, but we got it all situated. And with that said, guys, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you guys over the top. Peace out.